Call now for the 2010 Steiner Tractor Parts Catalog, featuring the largest selection of new aftermarket parts for your antique or classic tractor.
On this Tractor Fanatic webisode, we'll visit the White River Valley Antique Show in Elnora, Indiana. That's where we got an up-close look at a really nice Massey 65. And we learned why orange paint on a John Deere is actually factory correct.
With me is Bill Bays, and Bill, you're actually the club president for the event that we're at and the club that you guys have here locally called the White River Valley Antique Show, right? And this is your,
Yes.
what, 25th anniversary?
25th anniversary.
And tell me about what's going on here. This is crazy. There's people everywhere.
There is going to be a lot of people here yet this afternoon. We've got everything in the tractor line, the even Big Bud's here with the second largest tractor in the world.
Is that right?
Yes. We've got steam engines, we've got thrashing machines, we've got balers, horses, sorghum mills, and everything's being done in the old-time way.
Absolutely, absolutely. And walking through, obviously we're interested in tractors. I saw a pretty large show field over there.
There should be about 600 tractors here.
600 tractors
Yes.
here. And you're featuring a certain make, right?
Yes, we're featuring the Massey Harris, Massey Ferguson, and the Massey engines this year.
Okay. And has that gone well? You got a lot of those here?
It's gone well. We've got several there. Of course, that's kind of a little less collected tractor, but we've got a lot of them here, yes.
Yeah. Now, you also told me earlier that, geez, this might be a record attendance for you guys.
Yeah, yesterday on Friday, we set a record attendance, and we're looking for one today, too.
Now, tell me how the club got started.
Well, back in 1984, a few guys got together and they wanted to do something to help preserve the old-time way of doing things, and they put a lot of hours into it and a lot of work to getting bylaws and constitution together that makes this a good club. We allow no alcohol and nothing
Right.
like that on the grounds. But we do
So
preserve
it's
the
family nature.
Family
right?
nature,
Yeah.
very
Yeah.
family friendly.
Now, are you one of the original members?
No, I'm not. I've only been with the club about 10 years.
Okay. But now you're the club president.
I'm club president.
And it's in Elnora, Indiana.
Yes.
Right? And looks like you're drawing people from other counties, maybe other states,
Oh,
all
we've
over
got
the
people
place.
from Alabama, Florida, Colorado, Mississippi, Illinois, of course, and Michigan, Ohio, Kentucky, Tennessee.
You name it.
We've got them. They're here. They come from everywhere.
Both sides of the Mason-Dixon line.
Yes, we mix them together here.
That's great, that's great. Well, we're anxious to get around and see some things, and especially look at the tractor collection that you guys have gathered here. Sounds like an amazing, amazing event. I appreciate you visiting with us.
Thank you very much. I'm glad you came.
Great, thanks, Bill.
If you like Massey tractors, this was the place to be. There were really nice restored models everywhere, like this impressive Massey 65.
Now at the White River Valley Show, they're featuring the Massey brand,
Yes.
Massey Harris and Massey Ferguson.
That's right. That's exactly
And
right.
you're here with a beautiful example of a mid to late 50s Massey
19
Ferguson,
Right.
right? Because that was after the merger
It
of
was.
the two, right? And tell me about what we've got here, Harold.
Okay. Well, we've got a medium-sized tractor, but it's a 1958 year, and it's a workhorse. It does a lot of hard work and has done it in the past, but it's got a 51 horse motor on it.
Continental.
It's a Continental
Yeah,
engine,
yeah.
which is a real good
Yes.
one. The engine on this tractor has never been touched since I've had it, or before I had it.
Is that right?
No.
Well, let's walk around and look at it a
Never
little
been
bit.
open. No, it's
Yeah, you got the Continental. Of course, the significance
Yeah.
of the Ferguson being on here was when Harry Ferguson came over, right?
yeah, you did.
And I
You did.
assume it's got a really nice 3-point hitch on the
Oh,
back.
yeah, it's a 3-point hitch, and it pulls 3 bottom plows very easily. It's just been a real good tractor. I taught school for 38 years, and I decided to retire, and when I retired, I thought I would retire my tractor also.
So you've had the tractor for how long?
I bought it in 1984.
So this engine, you know, it's not been opened up at least since then, and probably
right.
for years and years before that, right?
See, this tractor is 51 years old.
Yeah.
Right now, as I said, and I'm sure it hasn't been. I was the third owner of it. Third owner.
Third owner.
And I knew the people who had it before me, so I know exactly what it's
It
about.
tells you the quality
it
that went
does.
into the tractor. You want to start it for us? Let's hear that. Let's hear that.
Be pleased to.
Let's hear that Continental.
Okay, very good.
That purrs like a kitten, doesn't it?
Just like a sewing machine.
It does.
Yeah, it does. You'll sit
Yeah,
there,
it's amazing.
Sit there and do that all day long, and very smooth, and easy to start.
So what's your interest in tractors and Massey in general?
Oh, I just love to. He's just a toy.
Yeah.
I just love to play with him.
Yeah.
I like the color combination for one thing.
Yeah.
I think it's a beautiful tractor. The way they got the color coated on it, and there aren't that many. There aren't that many around.
No.
They're not scarce, but yet they're not plentiful. And when you have one of them and keep it nice, it's a special piece.
The weights are a nice touch on the front.
Yes.
And do you actually use this tractor for anything?
I do snow blading in the wintertime.
You take this tractor out in the winter
Oh
time?
yeah.
In the elements?
Yeah, but I make sure it
You're pretty careful
gets
with it,
back
though,
in.
right?
Yeah, pretty careful where I go and what I get into.
Because that rubber doesn't
Yeah.
look like it's touched anything yet. But.
yeah, that's true. But and I do hay rides.
And you do hay rides. Well, of course, you got to get out and show it. And use it a little bit,
Church
right?
hay rides and
Yeah.
family picnic hay rides and that type of thing. Yeah, it's been good to me. It's been real good.
Well, listen, I really appreciate you showing it to us, Harold.
Very good.
Yeah.
It's my pleasure to show it off, and I'm proud of it, and I just couldn't live without it.
Great. Awesome.
Are you interested in old lawn and garden tractors? Lawn and Garden Collector magazine features collections of all types of vintage lawn and garden tractors and equipment. There are two ways to subscribe. Call us at 866-378-2954 or visit us online at antiquetractormagazine.com. Get your subscription today.
There's no doubt that people love John Deere tractors, but paint one orange and people aren't sure what to think.
Well, of course, Bob, everybody knows that John Deere's traditional colors are green and yellow, but what have you got here? Is this sacrilegious or what?
Well, John Deere would actually paint a tractor whatever color you ordered it in.
Is that right?
From the Dubuque factory.
You're kidding. This came out of the factory, this orange color.
Yes. They
Wow.
had a special job number they would assign to them for different colors. The majority were used for like state highway mowing or county mowing.
Okay.
There are actually some over in Ohio that are painted red with silver wheels, look like an International.
Okay,
But-
okay, now this is making more sense to me. So for the highway department, orange makes a lot more sense, doesn't
Yeah,
it?
it's very visible.
Yeah.
You know.
So a farmer wouldn't be out in the field with one of these normally.
Very unlikely, but could have been.
Because it doesn't look the same. It is a 320U, right?
Yes.
And the U again was for utility.
Yes.
Right? What kind of horsepower would a tractor like this have?
About 22, 23 horse.
Okay. So this was kind of more of your entry level John Deere at the time.
It
right?
was the cheapest version at the time. It was only about $200 or $300 cheaper than a 420, but it lacked quite a bit of power, so they didn't sell a whole lot of them. Just due to that fact.
Gotcha. Well, it's a very unique find, and that's why I wanted to talk to you about it, because I don't see many John Deeres in orange.
It does cause quite a bit of attention around here. You know, well, why'd you paint a back collar? And is that the only color paint you had?
Yes, you get the jokes, right?
Yeah.
Well, listen, it is factory correct, and I really appreciate you showing it.
All right, thank you.
Thanks, Bob.
In our next webisode, we'll have more from the White River Valley Show as we visit with the owner of a nice Massey 50 and take an amazing look at a steam engine and its hand-built 1/3 scale working replica.